Bogota has a reputation for being, dangerous and run by the drug cartels and everything like that. So, as someone who was born and raised in Bogota, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think it's true. I mean, there were cartels, especially in 80s, but actually not in Bogota. The main ones were in Medellín and Cali. But after Pablo Escobar was killed, everything has changed. Right now, Bogota is as any other city in Latin America. In general, of course, you need to be careful. Like, don't show off. Don't be alone in dangerous areas at night. Stuff like that. But in general, it's safe. It's not as people think that you can be kidnapped on the streets. That a cartel is gonna shoot to other cartel in front of you. Actually, there are not as bigger cartels as they used to at that time. Narco traffic still exists, but it's not like it used to be. So it's totally different. Some people, I mean, you have to be careful with, don't show up, don't be with your phone outside, check you, like having your bag in the front just in case. In the public transportation, there's also a lot of pickpocket. But for example, I have been a victim of pickpocket twice in my life living here, and I'm 28. So it's not too bad as people think. I mean, you need to be more careful than in other countries as, I don't know, New Zealand or something like that. But in general, it's not as people imagine.
Yeah. So do you mind sharing a bit more how you got pickpocketed?
Yes. For example, once I actually almost all of them has been taking public transportation. The first one was when I was waiting for a bus, and I forgot to put my bag on the front, and when I was gonna pay, I noticed I didn't have my wallet, and like an hour ago before I had it, so it was probably pickpocket. And the other one was I was going in a bus to the university, and I was studying for exam. When I saved my notebook, I took out my wallet, then I put it inside again, and then I was ringing the bell for the bus, for the driver, and someone had his hand on that, and I was like, excuse me, please let me ring the bell, and they didn't allow me to. And then, well, the bus stopped, I went off, and when I went off, I said, like, that was weird, and I checked my bag and I didn't have my wallet.
Oh, wow.
So someone was doing that just to distract me and take out my wallet, because what's very on the top, because I was in a rush.
Okay.
Those were the only two times.
Okay, so it sounds like you just have to be careful of your belongings and just be vigilant. But yeah, it's not like anyone's going up to you and robbing you at gunpoint or knife point or anything like that.
Those things happen, but it's not as common as people think. For example, it has never happened to me in my life. I have met people that has happened.
Oh, really?
Yes, but it's not something that happens to everyone.
Wow. Okay.
And it's not something that happens all the time.
Okay, so let's say out of your family and friends, what percentage would you say have ever been robbed at knife point or gunpoint or anything like that?
No idea.
Like less than 10%?
Yeah. No, I would say maybe 20.
Okay, so
in your life, at least once,
Okay,
or
so
even more could be.
All right, so there's a decent chance. And do you know in those cases, like, were they just in bad neighborhoods or were they just kind of?
Of course, it's more likely in bad neighborhoods. At the end, probably that has never happened to me or to other people, also because you know how to move when you are a local. But of course, especially if you are show off, they check you. I don't know, you have an iPhone, and some blocks later, well, they arrive and ask you for your phone. But the most important thing is that always that they ask you for anything, you just give it. I mean, nothing is more important than your life. So
Okay.
you just give it, and that's all. So for example, it has never happened to me in my neighborhood, but I know neighbors that it has happened to them in the same neighborhood, And I have lived in my neighborhood since I was born, so.
Wow, okay. And have you ever heard gunshots or anything like that? Okay,
no, never.
All right, so that's in a way sounds safer than the U.S., where there's some cities at least
I think each country has its own problematic. So for example, it's everything about what people think in extreme side. So okay, someone has robbed me, so people could think, oh, they are gonna rob you as soon as you arrive to the airport. No,
Mhm.
that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
In US, there are massive shooting stuff. Some people here that has never been to US that I don't go because it's likely that they kill me. I can be in a coffee shop and they start to shoot it at me. And yes, that happens, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't go there because
Yeah.
the probability is not that high.
Yeah. Bogota is just a normal city, just like any other city,
Yeah.
right? Like you can see we're in a park right now, right? And this, obviously doesn't look like a dangerous place or somewhere that you wouldn't want to spend that much time in. So obviously, yeah, it's a normal city with normal city things like parks and stuff. So yeah, it's not some kind of lawless war zone that a lot of people might think based on the things they read. How about now? How would you describe the safety situation?
Oh, it's amazing.
Amazing
I
now?
mean, of course, still things happen like everywhere, but in compared to that time, no,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. I feel 100% safer.
Okay.
I mean, of course, there's places that you should not go, like downtown by yourself. But yeah,
Okay. So how about? I guess you've moved out of Comuna 13 now. But yeah, so in Medellin now, have you experienced any kind of danger, any armed robberies or?
I mean, the last time was maybe like 6 years ago. I think it was my fault. I was sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, here you're supposed to, if you're going downtown, don't wear like gold chains or nothing that, don't make yourself a target. Here we say no de papaya.
Yeah. Okay. Do you mind sharing the last time that you got?
Okay, I was in downtown. I used to wear something in my neck. If not, I feel like naked. And I have this little gold chain. It wasn't like super flashy, but the tips have really good eye. And I was by myself. And I was just walking. I don't even remember what I was in downtown. I was just walking, and here when they're going to rob you, they start like easy. They're not aggressive. They just like kind of hug you, and if they have a gun or a knife, they put it like here. And it's like don't scream, just don't. Yeah. And they want me to to a corner, and they take my phone, and they saw the chains, and they try to rip it. It doesn't rip. I don't know why. The guy got frustrated and hit me right here.
Ouch.
And I was like, no, let me help you.
Oh,
So
wow.
I go, let's go.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that definitely sucked. All right, but it sounds like generally speaking, you feel like Medellin is a pretty safe city now.
Super safe.
Okay.